Hot, hotter, hottest. Intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. Bad, worse, worst. Why different forms of these words are used in different sentences? What is the correct application? What is the relationship between a noun and an adjective when we use these? What is superlative, comparative and positive degrees in adjectives? Today, let's study the concept in the most easiest way with your online teacher, means vitamin T for all online solutions. I, Reena Sharma, will be discussing the topic, so let's start the video. Welcome students with our today's topic, that is adjectives. So what are adjectives? These are also known as describing words. So what do we understand by the term describing words? It means that when we use some additional information related to a noun or a pronoun, that is known as a describing word. Suppose if I write a sentence, Ankita is a girl, but if I write here that clever, so it means we are getting much more clear picture about Ankita that she is a clever girl. So this clever is the adjective. If I say the sentence, he is a soldier, but if I write here the word brave, it means he is a brave soldier. So now how can we sum up the definition? The words that are used to describe a noun or a pronoun are called adjectives. Now let's see how can we use adjective in different forms of sentences. Means there are different types of adjectives according to the sentences. Types of adjectives. So the different types of adjectives. Number one is your adjectives of quality. Adjective of quality. Quality means when I describe the words like clever, intelligent, famous, beautiful, lovely. So these comes into the category of adjectives of quality. Now number two, adjectives of quantity. Quantity means when we measure something, that comes into the heading adjectives of quantity, like some, much, all, any. So these are adjectives of quantity. Number three is adjectives of number. So when we write numbers, that comes into adjectives of number. But these numbers can be of three types. Definite means when I can give an exact number like 5, 6, last, first, fourth, 25,000. That is definite number. Indefinite means when I do not know the exact number. That is indefinite, like little, less, more, some. And the third category under this is distributive adjectives. Distributive means when we refer to each and every member in the group, like each, every, etc. Comes our fourth adjectives, that is demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives. What are demonstrative adjectives? In these we point out the noun, like this, that, these, those. Like let's take an example. This is the boy whom I was looking for. So this is the demonstrative adjectives. Like those mangoes are ripe. So if I ask which mangoes are ripe, the answer is those. So those is a demonstrative adjectives. Fifth comes your interrogative adjectives. What is interrogative adjectives? Interrogative means question mark. When I ask questions like which, whose, what, when these types of questions are there related with the noun, that is known as interrogative adjectives. Like, what is your name? So I am asking someone about his name. So what is the question. Which subject do you like the most? So which is a question. So that is an interrogative adjective. Now comes to the sixth and the last type of adjective, that is emphasizing adjectives. What is emphasizing adjectives? When I give importance to certain noun, means I specify, like this is the very house that I want to buy. Here the term very is the emphasizing adjectives. Our campaign was complete success. So here the term complete is the adjective, but it is giving emphasis to the term. So now these were the types of adjectives which we have discussed.
You got it, dude.
But the most interesting part of adjectives is yet to come. And what's that? That is the degrees of adjectives. Today, I would be giving you a trick where you can easily identify where to use ER, where to use EST, where to use more, where to use most. So let's understand the topic, degrees of adjectives. There are 3 degrees. First is positive, second is comparative, and third is superlative. Comparative means when we compare two groups of nouns, then we will be using the term comparative, and superlative means when we are comparing with more than 2 nouns. No one can exceed this one. That is superlative. Let's take examples like old. Here we will be using ER or R, and here we will be using EST or ST. So when I write here old, for comparative degree it will become older, and for superlative it will become oldest. If I write that word wise, here see in the ending E is already mentioned. So I will not write ER, I will just write R. So wise, wise, wiser, wise, wiser, wisest. Let's consider some more examples so that it becomes just a game for us after this. Whenever adjectives will come, we won't be getting confused. Like clever. Try to answer. So it is R. What will we write? What we will be writing here? Sorry for that. Cleverer. Cleverest. If I write here light, it will be lighter, and this will be lightest. If I take another word like high, higher, did you notice one thing, students, that all these words, they are of one syllable. What is the meaning of one syllable? It means I can pronounce these words at one take only. Like I don't have to give a break. Like all means one syllable. Wise, clever, light, high. But see, what do I want to mention? The difference about one syllable and more than one syllable will be coming in this next chart. If I write here intelligent, intelligent, previously what I said, old, means one syllable. In one, if the phonics was only for one, like old, and this is intelligent, means more than one syllable. Whenever more than one syllable will be there, I will write more in case of comparative and most in case of superlative. So, isn't it a very good trick to understand and remember that where to use more and most and where to use ER and EST? Great. So for intelligent I will write more intelligent, and for superlative I will write most intelligent. Similarly, if I write the word confused, means it is more than one syllable, I will write more confused, and I will write here most confused. Again, if I write like famous, famous, means it is more than one syllable. It doesn't matter whether it is 2 syllables, 3 syllables, 5 syllables or more than that. If it is more than one, it will come into this category. So famous, more famous, most famous. Let's consider one more example, the most common one, beautiful, beautiful. We never write beautiful, beautifuler and beautifulest. That is totally wrong. Because beautiful, the word contains more than one syllable. So we will write more beautiful, most beautiful. So these were some of the words where we apply certain rules. But in adjectives, some words are still there where no rules is applied. We simply have to understand them and remember them. Like bad, I cannot write bad, better, baddest. Or I cannot write bad, more bad, most bad. I have to write bad for positive degree, for comparative degree, for superlative degree. For bad, I will write worse, worst. For good, I will write good, better, best. For little, I will write less and least. For many or much, I will write more or most. So these are some of the exceptions which we should keep in mind. So this is clear. Now let's understand how to use these words in case of examples. If any fill in the blanks is given to you, how will you understand which word you are supposed to write? Whether you will use the comparative state or you will use the superlative state or the positive state. Let's look for our first example. Aditya is dash then Raman. After fill in the blanks, if I get the word then I will always use the comparative form or the comparative degrees of adjectives. Let's take the word clever. So Aditya is cleverer than Raman. One more example. Reena is dash than Tanya. If I give beautiful in the bracket, which form will be used here? Positive, comparative or superlative? Yes, we are supposed to use comparative form because than is given after the fill in the blanks. So it will be more beautiful. So let's consider some more examples. Let's consider the example for superlative degree. Supriya is the dash girl in the class. If I give the adjective tall, what will we write? We will write here positive form, comparative form or superlative form. Before the fill in the blanks, if there is the, I will always use superlative form. So what will be the answer? Supriya is the tallest. What is the superlative form of tall? Tallest. One more example. Rohan is the dash boy in our group. If I give the term intelligent here, how will we write it? So before the fill in the blanks, again I can see that there is a the written. So I will use the superlative form. So what is the superlative form of intelligent? Because it is more than one syllable, I will use most here. So Rohan is the most intelligent boy in our group. When will we use positive form? When the and than. Before the fill in the blanks the, and after the fill in the blanks than. When these both things will not be there, we will use the positive form. Let's look one example. Aman is a tall boy. See, here I am using it into the positive form only because after the dash there is not than and before the dash there is not the. So in this case we will be using the positive form only. So to sum up the degrees, types of adjectives, we just have to keep in mind that for degrees we have to pay emphasis on the syllable, and for adjectives we have to see that how is it describing a noun. So hope it was an interesting discussion with you. Thank you children.